Tyrion and Teclis once again stand side by side. What do we stand against? What do they stand against? Oh well, Dark Elves, as is family tradition by this point, I would guess. So yeah, this is Tiring Full. Hello again, and we have another 2v2 here on Warhammer 2. The two high elf champions of how you call it, Ultman. I think that's how it was called. Tyrion and the two brothers, Tyrion and Teclis, stand here to withstand the might of the Dark Elves again, who have brought some new allies here to try to break the two protectors of Ultman. So yeah, this is pretty much a family tradition by this point. For these two guys, they have withstood I don't know how many invasions from Malik and his Dark Elf, his rookie invasions for how many hundreds, thousands of years. I'm not really sure how all these guys are, but yeah, let's get it started with it. Okay, today they stand again with a bit of a lower defense here. They have some front line of this normal spearmen. Just I mean, what can we say about spearmen? They're here to hold the line, maybe deter some large units, maybe do some damage to some large units, but overall they're just here to protect more important units than them, elves that have more value than them. And who are these more valuable units? Well, they are obviously archers, as it's tradition for the elves. The archers are some of the most valuable units here. We have some units of archers with lighter armor here, one over here and one over here, just here to just shoot away at the Dark Elves and their undead allies, as you can already see, I would guess. We also have some Lord and Seaguard here to... I mean, they're a bit better in melee than the normal spearmen, but their power mostly consists of their archery. They're also very good archers, but if push comes to shove, they can also bring their spears and shields to form a bit of a shield wall and protect other more important units than them. We also have some rangers here and over here to just deliver the pain. This anti-infantry, let's see, yeah, the anti-infantry, right? Yeah, anti-infantry. These anti-infantry guys are just going to shred any infantry, obviously, that comes our way with their two-handed swords. I mean, they're two-handed swords, they're two swords, but that's what I meant. We have some archers in the back and also some backline spearmen to protect the backline and be sent into the front line if need be, and also two eagle bolt throwers. We also have one sun dragon over here and major fire into his own sun dragon hair. It's a woman, right? Yeah, a woman. Hair on sun dragon. Also a bit a phoenix, a frost-heart phoenix, just kill some Dark Elves while looking magnificent. Look at that beautiful beast. And we also have a bit of a cavalry force, elite cavalry force with some dragon princes with some chevrons, and the elite, the beautiful fireborn, these majestic looking bastards here with their flaming attacks and their red armor, the regiment of renown for the dragon prince. Yeah, and we also have obviously Tyrion and Teclis. Tyrion, him bringing his Fender post and his Sunfang, yeah, his beautiful, amazing sword. He's not bringing Heart of Avalon, I think. Oh no, yeah, he's bringing it, so yeah, that's going to be really, really useful. He finds himself in low in kit points. And Teclis here, commanded by me, by the way, bringing... So yeah, his normal spells, Net of Famine Tag, Flaming Sword of Ruin, Flock of Doom, reroll for some quick replenishment of HP for his allies, Potion of Charrow if he finds himself in trouble, the Bound Fire Invocation to just have some majestic spell to do some really good damage, Scroll of Horror to impede the abilities of his enemies, and the Sword of Teclis to just boost his magic. Now, what are the Dark Elves bringing? Okay, so they are just bringing a front line of mostly a shaft, let's be honest. They're dread spears and dread swords. I mean, they're basically the same quality as the high elf spearmen. Yeah, they're just here to make up the numbers and protect more important units than them. And well, in this case, since they're on the attack, to just hold the enemy into place for more important units to do the damage. This Dark Elf player is also bringing that kind of assassin to just probably try to snipe Tyrion and or maybe Teclis here to basically do single entity units but mostly heroes, and 3 Cold One chariots, these magnificent little chariots boosted by these velociraptors, well, bigger than velociraptors, are just here to try to smash through the enemy lines and wreak havoc from the back with their blades and their armor piercing missiles. And yeah, they're just nice little units, although in this particular for me, okay, let's click pause because the fighting is already getting started. In this particular placement, it's probably not going to be really useful, just because they're going to have to break to spearmen who are anti-large, who have archers in the back, who are protected by other units, and in this flank they have the dragon, for instance, and in this flank they have a bit of a no gap to run through. So yeah, that is not going to be really useful, I would imagine, just by the map and the units that the High Elves have chosen to brought, and some Cold One Dread Knights to do any cavalry, any powerful unit that comes their way. They're being commanded by the Supreme Sorceress of Shadow, who is bringing, well, the usual Melkor's Mystifying Miasma and the Penumbra Pedalum, as well as the Arcane Conduit and Arsifal's Black Horror, which I'm not really sure what it does. I don't remember that bounceable. So yeah, this is the force that Malekith has sent for to try to eliminate once and for all the 2 brothers, but I mean, I don't know how successful he thinks this is going to be by not coming himself, but well, you'll have to see. It might be successful. He's bringing his own dragon, so she's not a pushover. And she has brought some interesting allies, the undead, the vampire counts led by the Red Duke here on his zombie dragon, with his good old magic, a bunch of spells, Curse of Years, Raise the Dead, Invocation of the Head, you know, the usual. And also, of course, since he's the Red Duke, he's going to have to be dueling heroes, and he, of course, he's bringing all safe to just completely debuff heroes and allow him to do a lot of damage and not allow them to escape with that minus 48% speed. And he's also bringing his bodyguard squad, to call it that, some Bargays, the Regiment of Renown, the Doubles of Schwarzenegger, and 2 Terror guys, who are just amazing little critters. I'm not sure what they were on living, probably, I don't know. And in the back he's also bringing his infantry complement, 4 Cane Wraiths, these ethereal armor piercing, who are basically have magical damage and negate a lot of enemy damage because they are ethereal, so they're going to be really useful on this fight. I will think so. Yeah, I'm commanding one of the Dark Elves army. I mean, Dark Elves High Elves army. My teammate is named Haishun. I think that's how it's said. I don't remember. You're going to say that. You're going to say it when the army, when the battle is over. The Dark Elves are being commanded by Y.I. Otter, I think that's, if I remember correctly, and the vampire counts by a guy, and a good guy named Archer. So yeah, let's get it started. So, as you may or may not have noticed, this is something that I want to mention. The High Elves, me and my team have put a bit of a layer defense here. I mean, we have obviously our front line of, well, my front line of spearmen here to just hold the line and allow the archers to wreak havoc from the back. But you also have other layers of defense. The 2 Lord and Cigar here, who are just going to shoot away. But once if more like it, the front line breaks, they're going to be able to hold into place and allow the units more in the back to continue firing. Then we have some more Lord and Cigar to once again do that and allow the rest of the Rangers to plug the gaps into the front line and just allow. I mean, it is just a layer defense. Once the first layer breaks, the second layer comes into place to allow the archers to continue doing the damage. You know, I will imagine you are smart guys. You don't need to explain all that much. And these poor Dark Elves are basically coming into Normandy here. I mean, they're just coming into complete and overwhelming firepower from the elves. They're just getting destroyed by this amount of fire. I mean, they have large shields, but this is just too many arrows. Yeah, they're just falling apart. But yeah, the Dark Elves are coming into the front line, trying to. And another fireball. Actually, we already saw one of the fireballs. They're trying to snipe the Dark Elf Supreme Sorceress with a Eagle Bolt throwers and the fireballs. She has already lost I think 1,000 HP. Yeah, 1,000 HP. That's really bad for the Dark Elves, especially since his infantry is not looking very good right now. Oh wait, wait, sorry, I'm going to do forward speed. Oh, and some squimings. Oh, and a penumbral pendulum trying to break the line, trying to break the front line of the High Elves. Yeah, but the current rates have been left behind. They're moving as fast as they can to support their allies, but yeah, if they don't get it there in time, they're going to just come into the fight and support it, and that's not going to be very good for them. And meanwhile, the Colburn chariots have been left behind, perhaps. Having left behind, perhaps intelligently, they're not going to be very useful in this kind of engagement. But and if they went into range, the archers can just shoot at them very easily. And a flock of doom coming over here to continue to punishing the Dark Elf and High Elf heroes. And Neto Hammond coming here, allowing the Frostbeat Phoenix to catch up and the archers to just shoot away at that poor Red Duke, but his bodyguard complement is coming in to engage the Phoenix. But now my Sun Dragon is coming in to try to finish him off. But we see here that the front line is beginning to crumble a bit, and the Eagle Bolt Throwers probably need to get back into in the back, or because once they break, they are going to be a bit overrun by the enemy. But yeah, meanwhile, we have some other spearmen trying to flank, get into the Dotton Seaguard. That's going to be a particularly easy engagement for them, but better than nothing. Yeah, meanwhile, the Dark Elf front line is beginning to crumble under the pressure, but now the cannon rates are beginning to come, and they're going to deliver some. What's that? I don't know what that was. Maybe a misfire from my Sun Dragon, maybe? Yeah, meanwhile, these guys are just dueling in the air. The Sun Dragon and the Frostbeat Phoenix trying to finish off the Red Duke, who has pop-up Invocation of the Heck and Foe Seeker to try to boost himself up. And Curse of Years on the Dragon and the Frostbeat Phoenix to... Yeah, that's not going to be to debuff them, so that's not going to be a good engagement from them. Their melee defense and their... I don't know, the melee attack has been really lowered, so they're not going to be trading very good with them now. Oh, it's this... I think that's Melkor Mist... No, Curse of Years. Oh, that's also effective. The situation is not looking particularly good for them. Block of this coming up, another Penumbra Pendulum ripping through the lines of this Lothar Seaguard, but now the Dread Spears are moving in to intercept the Dragon Princess, I think. Well, not intercept, but just deliver some... Oh no, they're moving back here. Probably... Oh, they probably needed to avoid the Penumbral Pendulum. And yeah, the center of the front line is starting to break. The Dread Spears managed to get into the Eagle Bolters and probably kill a few of the two. Yeah, they're here in the back and are trying to break here, engaging some of the archers who are now trying to retreat, and Murderous Prowess has been popped out. This side of the front end is also breaking with his spearmen who were in the back coming in to plug in the gap and allow these units to retreat and reorganize. But yeah, the first line has been completely broken by this point because of the Penumbral Pendulums and the use of Murderous Prowess. But the rest of the lines are coming in to plug in the gaps and allow the archers to retreat and continue their fire into the enemy. And by the looks of it, a very good fire. The Red Duke, even using Curse of Years and his Foe Seeker and Invocation of the Heck, has just been overwhelmed and he's very close to dead. He has to run now and use another Invocation of the Heck to try to save himself. And we have the Dragon Princess mobilizing now, trying to evade the Dread Spears. Then that's not a big engagement they want to take. Oh, and the Women Sorceress coming into the ground, trying to break what remains of the first line of defense for the High Elves and allow these units to move into the second line. But yeah, things are looking pretty even. I mean, the first front line for the High Elves have been more or less completely broken, but the heroes of the Dark Elves and the High Elves have taken a lot of damage. I mean, maybe not. Maybe that was a good trade. I don't know what the fuck happened to this mage with the mage in the Sunfire Dragon, but it has been completely demolished. Same with the Sun Dragon and the Frostbeard Phoenix, who have been trying to snipe the Red Duke, but now have fallen to the mercy of the rest of his bodyguards. Yeah, I mean, well, here the Fireborn are looking to engage, I think, but they're not too sure. And the Dread Spears have catch the other Dragon Princess. That's not going to be a good engagement for them. And Melkor's Mystifying Miasma, yes, coming in and delivering some damage into them. And the Fireborn being cut up by the Current Rates and the Dread Swords. That's not going to be an engagement they're going to lose, but by not having their charge bonus, that's not going to be good for them. And the Current Rates are armor piercing, so yeah, that's not a good trade. Not as good as a trade as they could have, but still pretty good. And I think I just pop up this. Oh yeah, it's still coming out. Let's see. Oh yeah, coming in and delivering some of these poor Current Rates who are just demolished by this amount of magical power. And Tyrion is still I know that's please. Oh yeah, Tyrion has taken a bit of damage, but it has fighting. Yeah, taking some Dark Elves, some Druki Lights with him, and a cavalry engagement here on the back with the Dragon Princess engaging the Cold One Dread Knights, who are in the best of cases are not a good opponent to have, but with Murderous Power still active and these guys having taken a bit of damage from Melkor's Mystifying Miasma, that's not a good amount of damage they're going to take. And also we have the Chariots here just shooting away at these guys, so that's also not good. Yeah, but these chariots need to get into the front line, but now that the lines are beginning to break, they have a more ample opportunity to run around and deliver some damage. And the Supreme Sorceress for the Duke has landed in the ground, and it's now being targeted by both the archers, the Eagle Bolt Throwers, and Tyrion, who are taking this opportunity, and Ned of Hamilton coming in and now taking this opportunity to finish her off, and that's not going to be good for her. Now the Fireborn are coming in to deliver the final blow. Yeah, she's not getting out of there. Yeah, and with that blow from the Eagle Bolt Thrower, she goes down. She and her dragon go down, and that's a huge loss for the Dark Elves and the Vampire Counts, who have lost much of their army. I mean, their main units, well, apart from the Supreme Sorcerers, of course, I mean, they have lost the Dread Spirit, the Dread Swords, most of the Current Rates, some of them are still alive, but their main units, the two Terrorgeist, the Cained Assassin, the Red Duke, of course, who has hidden all the way in the back, trying to heal himself, the Cold One Dread Knights, and the three Chariots are still alive, so they can still have the opportunity to deliver some finishing blows to the High Elf defense, who have really suffered under the weight of the assault. I mean, they have withstood it, but a little bit more damage, and they could have completely broken. I am led to believe. I mean, Tyrion has not taken any damage, so he could have helped maintain the line, but yeah, there's not a lot of units still remaining on the field of battle. A Cold One Dread Spears trying to finish off the Dragon Princess, so killing that one and probably killing this one too. The last of the battalion of Dragon Princes trying to escape, but yeah, he really does not want to get eaten by dinosaurs. Here helping finish up these Current Rates with his Sunfangs, which has fire damage. So I think fire damage is good against the Tyrell. I'm not sure. I mean, against undead in general, but He also does he does not do magic damage. Okay, so yeah, there's no fight with that. And the assassin being very sneaky and coming here to try to take out Tyrion, I believe. Yeah, he sees him surrounded by Kenrics, and he's like, yeah, this is my chance to get him to get some favor from his lords back at Nagron. Yeah, he's trying to do him, but Tyrion is kind of pushing him back. Assassin's Trophy has been popped up, so that's not going to be a good situation for Tyrion. And some of the archers have taken a bit of a bit of shots at him by accident. I would like to think, but yeah, that's a lot of helmet arrows that are into him. And regrowed by that was not Harlow, that was regrowed by me, the Techlist, trying to get him a better fighting chance against the assassin. I mean, he's probably going to win, but the assassin has Dark Venom, he has a lot of abilities, he's basically an anti-hero unit, so he can still do a lot of damage to Tyrion, and with the terror guys here, that damage is going to be augmented by a lot. And now, yeah, the bread attack of the terror guys, how was it called? I think it was a scream something. Dead Shriek, yeah, they're doing a lot of damage to Tyrion, and the archers are not doing any favors to him. Yeah, he has taken a lot of damage and he's going to get the fuck out of here, but no, he's going to actually countercharge the assassin. That's going to be a bold move by him, but since he's on a horse and he's such a badass, he's going to come in and just send him flying. Yeah, he probably can finish him up, but with reroll he's going to get a lot of his health back, so that's probably not too much to worry about. And the Cold One Dread Knight's actually engaging the Fireborn. I did not notice that. The Fireborn charging into the Dread Knight. Oh, that's just devastating for the Dark Elves. They did not get their charge off and now are getting destroyed by the Fireborn. Such a elite card. They just deleted the poor Dread Knights. And yeah, what remains of the Dark Elf army is trying to reform alongside the chariots who are firing off, but the assassin actually was always flee. Yeah, of course, the Canada assassin was like, yeah, I now understand why Lord Malik could not defeat this guy. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Yeah, Tyrion, I mean, he was helped a bit by Techlist with the reward, but the assassin was also helped by the terror guys. And yeah, the Tyrion is not going to allow this assassin to get out of here. Yep, he was trampled and he's dead. What is the Fireborn engaging the Red Duke, who has come back now into the battle, now having regenerated most of his hit points, and the two Tower guys here, they're going to lose a lot of Elven lives here, a lot of Ashray. I don't remember the fucking terminology for these guys, but some zombies coming into the fight, and Tyrion now here to challenge the Red Duke and finish him off. He's going to do a lot. Oh yeah, that was just 400 damage from just one swing. Yeah, this is not a good situation for the Dark Elves and the Red Duke. By this point, this is not looking good by any measure of the imagination, and someone coming in trying to raise some of the zombies. I think that's something at least. Let's look. Oh yeah, the Red Duke is... Yeah, Block of Doom coming in, the Red Duke is not getting out of it. It's probably Poet here to try to negate any invocation of zombies or any egg. Yeah, they're just trying to get him out of the fight. And with him out of the fight, the chance for the vampires and the Dark Elves are pretty much none. I mean, the chariots are still here, they're still very healthy, but they don't have any infantry to support them, apart from these monsters who are coming in to try to deliver some damage to the backline, and the Red Duke has fallen. He could not withstand that amount of damage from Tyrion and the Fireborn and the arrows, and he's just done. I don't know what the fuck that green effect is. Maybe a reroute? Or Venom actually, okay. Yeah, terrorists trying to avenge their undead master, but they're not going to do a lot of damage now that they're crumbling. So yeah, they're not going to have much chance here. Ally once more. They're going to die once. They're returning back to the earth, and the rest of the Dark Elf army moving into the fight, trying to finish up the Fireborn if they can, to have somewhat of a chance to still pull off somewhat of a victory. But yeah, it's not looking very likely. Their moment to support their army was earlier when there were still infantry engaged, but now that they don't have any much in the field, yeah, this is not looking good. When they still have the Dread Knights, the Cold One Dread Knights, and the Dark Elf and Vampire infantry engaging the other infantry, they could have done pretty well. But by this point, they have no chance of delivering any damage. I mean, they're still armor piercing, so they are still going to do some damage, but not the amount they needed to do. And another beautiful Phoenix coming up here, trying to destroy some of the rookies that are now running for their lives, but it's probably coming too late. There's not a lot of rookie here. The farmer are not going to take any damage, but they have fire resistance, so I think they have. No, yeah, they have fire resistance. And with that victory has gone to the High Elves. Their defense was just too strong, but also the Dark Elves and the Vampire Counts did not take the opportunity to send in their chariots, and they just got a lot of damage on their heroes. Let's be honest, their heroes were just getting massacred by the Mandofarus and by Tyrion and the Eagle Vultures and the Flux of Dune. They had no chance to win those duels. But yeah, if the Cold One chariots had been sent in earlier alongside the Cold One Dread Knights, they could have done a lot of damage to the High Elf backline, but by this point, yeah, they were just getting completely destroyed by the Fireborn, and this has decided the battle decisively. Turn around the battle with that kind of engagement. The player names, so yeah, Shai Hulud here. I don't remember his name properly. Archer and Waya Rotor. We actually fought 2 battles that day, so I'm going to upload the other one pretty soon. So yeah, we can here have the losses and the and the kills. The Red Duke not doing not the amount of damage he really wished for. Only 1,500. That's really not enough to pay himself, especially not in the Zombie Dragon. And meanwhile, the Kenright's doing a fair bit of damage, but yeah, not enough to pay for themselves. The Turok is doing actually extremely good with up to 2,400, and this one are almost getting 200. Those tricks on top of Tyrion probably did a lot of to get it that damage value. And the Devils of Destruction are actually doing also a lot of damage, 1,600. I'm not sure how much they cost. But I think I'm pretty sure they paid for themselves. Meanwhile, Waya Matter getting 152 kills on with a sorceress. Probably does the number of Pendulums doing a lot of that damage, getting that damage value of 2,200, which I'm not too sure was enough to pay for herself. Well, I mean, she didn't bring a lot of spells, but she was on a dragon, so I'm not too sure. I'm not too knowledgeable about the prices. And the assassin doing 1,000 damage. I think he paid for himself, but yeah, he probably was hoping to get more use of that kind of assassin. And meanwhile, the front line doing what they could, but some of them getting some good damage value, but yeah, getting destroyed by the amount of archers coming their way. And the Dread Knights, the Cold One Dread Knights doing 1,000. I think that was just barely enough to pay for themselves. And the Cold One Chariots, yeah, not doing a lot, and they still had a lot of health when they choose to retreat. So yeah, that was not a good trade for them. Meanwhile, Tyrion technically is only doing 1,000 damage the value, but doing a lot of help with the reroads to Tyrion. And the Spearman, my frontline Spearman, just getting completely destroyed by the initial engagement. Meanwhile, the Archer is doing a lot of damage, 1,500, and oh well, actually this one barely did anything, 600. I mean, more than it cost, but still. And the Lord and Seagull doing 500 and 400, just holding line for once the first line just completely broke. This Dragon Prince is not doing a lot, but the Fireborn doing 2,300, more than paid for themselves. And the Sun Dragon doing 2,500, also paying for itself. And meanwhile, Shai Hulud, who was basically the start of the battle with his use of the bolt throwers and Tyrion. His front and his US spearmen were still pretty much intact by the end of the battle. Not managing to do a lot. The Rangers doing what they could against the cannon raids, but yeah, that was not a great engagement for them. They could not. What can they do against these fucking ghosts? The Archers also doing pretty good. The Lutheran Singer also doing pretty decently, and the Eagle Vulture is doing well. This one did not do a little bit because it was overrun by Dread Spears at the start. We saw that, but this one doing 1,600, that's some pretty good damage, and the Frost beat Phoenix also doing a lot of damage, 1,800 army. I mean damage value. The Mage doing at 2,000, not that much, and Tyrion doing 3,000. That was just a solid 3,000. So yeah, as we saw, basically layer defense too OP for this army. They were not able to break it, and yeah, look out for the next battle that I'm going to load. It's same players, same map, so it's according to the same day, so it's going to be really fun. I had a lot of fun with that one because I brought a bit of an experimental army, let's call it that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That was a really close battle. I mean, the elves still had a lot in the field by the end of it, but yeah, I mean the Dark Elves and the Vampire Clans were not could have really realistically won that battle very easily. Well, not easily, but they could have realistically won. Yeah, well, that's just what I'm saying. Okay, I'm tired. This is a bit of the night. Whatever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time, and have a good day.